I lost almost 100 pounds. I went from 408 to 315. I worked for it. I earned it. It took way longer than I wanted, and it costed more than I expected. And there were months in the middle where I wasn't sure I was gonna hold it together. And then I got there, and I stood in front of a mirror, and I still didn't recognize myself. Not in a good way, not in a who is this person kind of way. I mean, I looked and still saw him, the 408-pound version. Still there, still taking up space. Like the weight had left my body, but it hadn't left my eyes. The scale moved, and it changed almost nothing about how I saw myself. Nobody warned me about that either. Let me tell you what I thought was gonna happen. I thought losing weight was gonna feel like relief, like setting down something heavy you've been carrying for a long time. Like the moment you take off your shoes that have been too tight all day. I thought there was going to be a point, a number, a milestone, a morning where it just felt different. But at 315, 93 pounds down from where I started, I stood in the bathroom and I did not feel what I thought I was going to feel. I felt the loose skin. I felt the parts of my body that look different now, but not the way I imagined they would. Not tight, not transformed, just changed, rearranged. Evidence of a journey that my body is still processing. I felt the same eyes looking back at me that have been looking at me my entire adult life. Eyes that have a very specific picture of what I look like. And that picture is not updated just because a number changed. And I felt something I didn't have a word for at the time. I now know the word: grief. I want to talk about this because nobody does. The fitness world loves transformations, before and after, the dramatic reveal, the new body. Nobody talks about what happens in between, about what your body actually looks like when you've lost a significant amount of weight at the pace real people lose it. You have loose skin. I have loose skin. And the first time I really confronted that, like really looked at it, not glanced at it, not avoided it, I didn't know what to do with it emotionally. Because here's the thing about loose skin. It's evidence. It's literally the physical record of where you've been. Every pound you've lost left something behind. Your body changed faster than your skin could follow. And now you have this visible reminder every single day of the person you used to be. And you're supposed to feel triumphant about that. And some days I do. Some days I look at it and I think, that's the cost of the work. That's what 93 pounds looks like on a real body. Not a magazine cover. That's mine, and I earned it. And some days, it's just hard. Because I didn't do all this work to look in the mirror and feel complicated. I did it to feel better. And better is more complicated than I thought it was going to be. Progress doesn't always feel like progress from the inside. This is the one I want to spend the most time on. Because this is the one that surprised me the most. I know what I weigh. I know the number. I know how far I've come. I have the data. I have the photos. I have people who knew me at my heaviest who look at me now and say something changed significantly. And I still on most days see the 408-pound version of myself. Not every day, not in every light, but enough days, enough moments, enough times when I catch my reflection somewhere unexpected. A store window, a camera at work, a photo someone takes at an event. And my first thought is not 93 pounds lighter. My first thought is, I'm still a big man. I've talked to people who understand this, and what I've learned is that this isn't unusual. It isn't weakness. It's actually something that makes a lot of neurological sense. Your brain builds a body image over years, decades. It builds it from thousands of interactions with your reflection, with how clothing fits, with the way chairs feel, door frames pass, and photos look. And that image is not updated automatically when the scale changes. The brain doesn't get a notification. You have to rebuild this image slowly, the same way you built it in the first place, through experience, through repetition, through the gradual accumulation of evidence that tells a different story than the one you've been telling for 20 years. And that process takes longer than the weight loss. The weight comes off faster than the self-image updates. The external changes outpace the internal ones, and you can genuinely, measurably, documentably different than you were and still not feel good on an average Tuesday. That is not failure. That is what transformation actually looks like from the inside. Here's what I've come to understand. Losing weight and rebuilding your relationship with your body are two different projects. They happen at the same time. Sometimes they inform each other, but they are not the same thing. And most programs, most coaches, most before and after stories treat them like they're the same thing. They're not. Your relationship with your body was built over a lifetime. Through every experience you had in that body, every comment someone made, every chair you didn't fit in, every photo you asked to be taken down, every moment you made yourself smaller to take up less space, every time you led with your personality because you didn't trust your body to represent you the way you wanted. That relationship is not healed by losing weight. It is given the chance to heal. The circumstances change, the raw material changes, but the healing is a separate project that requires separate work. And the work looks different for everyone. For some people it's therapy, for some it's community, for some it's just time. Time spent in a body that is getting healthier day by day until the evidence accumulates enough to start shifting the internal picture. But I had to understand that weight loss was not the finish line. It was not even the main event. It was the foundation. It was clearing the ground so the real building could begin. I don't want this to sound like progress doesn't matter, because it does. Let me tell you what actually changed at 315. I breathe differently, not the way I breathe while working out, just the way I exist. The baseline experience is breathing different, easier, more automatic. I sleep differently, better, deeper. My body isn't working as hard to do the basic things while I'm at rest. I move differently. I notice it most on stairs and in the mornings. There's less resistance, less negotiation between my intention and my body's ability to follow through on it. And my blood work changed. Numbers that were concerning are less concerning. The clinical evidence says something real happened. So it's not nothing. None of it is nothing. 93 pounds is not nothing. But it is a foundation, not a destination. And the gap between those two things is where a lot of people get lost. They hit a number and they expect transformation and they get progress. And progress feels incomplete when you were hoping for transformation. I stopped expecting the scale to give me peace with myself. Those are two different deliverables. The scale can measure one of them. The other one I have to find on my own. I'm going to keep working. Not because 315 is a milestone. It is. I'm proud of 93 pounds. I'm proud of every single one. But I'm going to keep working because the version of me I'm building toward isn't defined by a number. It never was, even when I thought it was. The version I'm building toward is someone who looks in the mirror and sees what actually there. Not 408, not what he used to be, what he is right now, in that moment, with everything he's built and everything he's still building. I'm not there yet. The mirror and I are still in a complicated relationship. The loose skin is still something I'm making peace with. The brain is still updating. The image is still shifting. But it's shifting. And I think that's what the journey actually looks like. On the inside, for someone being honest about it. Not a triumph, not a before and after. Just a man still in the process, still learning to see himself clearly. If this landed for you, if you've hit a number and felt the gap between what you expected and what you felt, leave it in the comments. Because I think there's a lot of people carrying this quietly, feeling like the progress should feel better than it does. Wondering if something is wrong because the milestone didn't fix it. Nothing is wrong with you. The scale is one metric. Your relationship with yourself is another. And both of them are worth working on. I read every comment, every one. And if you're ready to build something real, a foundation that gives that relationship a chance to heal, the first 90 reset is coming. Go to foodfitnessdc.com and schedule your consultation. Not a transformation program, it's a foundation program. I'm Coach Ron, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Peace.
What's up? It's your boy Drizzy Drake, and you are now rocking with Pain.